Merrick Garland is in a land of reality right now, going over a basic question of whether or not to impeach Donald Trump. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland has already been denied a seat on the lifestyle Supreme Court. With a Republican in the Senate, we face a compelling choice. In my opinion, this is a favorable charge against a former U.S. president. Garland, 69, authorizes the FBI's intriguing August 8 investigation into Donald Trump's Florida domestic worker and has the final say on whether or not he will be charged with a crime. Such a decision against a former president was unprecedented. Richard Nixon was once pardoned for using Gerald Ford before receiving fraudulent awards related to the Watergate scandal, and Nixon was still expending stress when he resigned. Trump, 76, holds a handful of irons in the Republican Party. Stephen Schwinn, a professor of regulation at the University of Illinois University, says Trump's proposal, however, was once very extraordinary. The Mar-a-Lago attack is intended to draw attention to the administrative errors and the categorized documents. But Trump also conducts crook investigations to commit crimes. Trump has not previously been prosecuted, so there used to be some distance between the two incidents. But the Home Affairs Committee investigating domiciliary rights is a public-facing series that can be followed via Garland. The map has already been presented. Whether he likes it or not is a burning question in the nation's capital. The raid on President Trump's Florida home has sparked political uproar, and impeachment against him would also heighten tensions in a state already deeply divided between Democratic and Republican lines. Garland is politically astute enough to anticipate the penalties for prosecuting Trump, Schwinn said, and has complicated issues to consider. On the one hand, Garland has to ask himself what his job is, and that is to enforce the rule of law, he said. On the exclusive side, he is most likely aware that any prosecution of President Trump will strengthen his base and has already led to threats of violence against federal officials and others. Trump and his Republican allies have already blamed Garland, who was formerly appointed the country's top rules enforcement officer. The FBI crackdown prompted Trump ally Marjorie Taylor Greene to launch a House election to indict Garland in an apparent attempt to prosecute a political opponent. There is no danger of invading the Democrat-controlled chamber. Some Democrats on the left have accused Garland of being late to the punishment complex because they believe a former president should be jailed for organizing the rebellion. The Reserve. Professor Garland, a Harvard Law School graduate, is adept at superior research. Garland has followed protocol and attempted to live up to the Justice Department's claim that it would no longer comment on ongoing investigations. He had previously been pressured into breaking his usual reticence out of anger at the FBI investigation, and briefed reporters last week, citing what he described as considerable public leisure on the matter. "I contacted him immediately." U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to file a substantive Fourth Amendment lawsuit to stop unwarranted searches and seizures. Former President Truth Social, who raised money to help execute an FBI search warrant, and Mar-a-Lago was revealed as a petition in a post on a social media platform just over 2 weeks ago, which now appears to be inactive. "I'm looking for illegal piracy." Lawyer George Conway has started a video sport offering Donald Trump's lawyer after the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago. Several news outlets have been ordered to release affidavits justifying the search, and Trump and his attorneys have publicly called for evidence to be released. But Conway said he was on MSNBC that morning. "It's Joe." He explained that he has indicated that he does not now participate in court papers. Host Joe Scarborough said even if you prefer to recognize the names of possibly two, people calling from home, there's a chance you'll understand the names are from home. It's probably all after two people have him covered at Mar-a-Lago or Trump.